Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and it's October. For me, October means horror movies, namely, in a lot of cases, the Halloween series. The Halloween movies just got their first release on 4K, the first 5 of them, with the exception of the first Halloween, which was already released earlier, but it's gotten a reissue in this reissue series as well. The film that I have picked up, of course, is my personal favorite of the bunch, and that's Halloween 2. The direct sequel to the original film, even though this film is disregarded by the newer series of sequels that's been coming out. Halloween 2 has had an interesting release on Blu-ray with so many different packages having come out. It was released in 2011 by Universal. That release was subject to a lot of scrutiny because it removed the name of the producer from the opening of the film, but it did include the Terror in the Aisles documentary that's not been on any subsequent release of the film. Scream Factory first released it in 2012 with an improved transfer and a ton of bonus features. A new version with a slightly newer and refined transfer came out on a Blu-ray in a steelbook around 2018. And now, most recently, we've got the 4K release, which also includes a Blu-ray copy that's sourced from the newest master. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this release, and I'll show off a few of my other related Halloween 2 purchases. First of all, I just wanted to show this off. This is the steelbook that came out in 2018. Disappointingly, none of the newer 4K releases are in steelbooks. And then, of course, inside you got Dr. Loomis's quote, "You don't know what death is." And then I've also got my Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure from NECA Toys. I did a separate review for this on my channel. I'll include a link to that up above. Here's just a look at that with the interchangeable heads and all the necessary weapons. So now let's go ahead and unbox this 4K disc. Here's the front cover. Nice photo of Michael Myers in front of the hospital with all the autumn leaves blowing. Here's the spine. Back cover describes the movie as well as the special features. And this is actually sort of like a hard cardboard case, and the actual 4K disc is in here. Pretty much the same packaging as the outer case, but as with a lot of Scream Factory releases, they also included interchangeable reversible art, so we're going to switch that real quick and show that off. And there we are with the alternate interchanged artwork. Pretty much the same back of the cover with all the same descriptions and so forth. Now inside the package we have our 4K disc, which just has the movie and the commentary tracks. Our Blu-ray disc, which has the film in Blu-ray with the new transfer, plus all the bonus features from the previous Scream Factory releases. And there's also a DVD version that has a censored television cut of the movie that incorporates some footage not in the theatrical version, as well as a downloadable script for the movie. Halloween 2, of course, picks up right where Halloween 1 left off, with Michael Myers getting away following being nailed by 6 bullets from Dr. Loomis. Laurie Strode is rushed to the hospital for treatment for her injuries, but it's not long before Michael Myers makes his way to the hospital as well, and the nurses, paramedics, and ambulance drivers, as well as the security guard there, quickly become new targets for Myers. It's up to Laurie to get away, and of course Dr. Loomis wants to return to finish what he started with his patient on the loose, continuing to wreak havoc and turn Haddonfield into a place of murder and destruction. Halloween 2 is my favorite of the Halloween films. It picks up right where the first one left off, and instead of cute suburban sweet neighborhoods, it moves the locale to a hospital with our characters stranded there, a lot of enclosed spaces, not as many places or ways that you can get away from a deranged, mindless killer. The performances here are all great. The movie even has a brief cameo by a young, then unknown Dana Carvey, later known as a comedian and, of course, the actor who played Garth in the Wayne's World films. A lot of the cast from the first movie come back, including Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasance, and We do get some great moments here. It definitely cranks up the gore from the first movie. The first movie was relatively bloodless by comparison. The second film was directed by Rick Rosenthal, although John Carpenter, the director of the original movie, still had plenty of input. There were some clashing opinions behind the scenes, including regarding the relationship between Michael and Laurie. I won't get into that here because you can probably read up more about that on other websites, but overall, I think the final package actually worked pretty well as a movie. It was supposed to be the end of the Michael Myers saga, but due to the critical and commercial failure of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which was a failed attempt to turn the franchise into an anthology series, despite me personally liking the film, they decided to bring it back with Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. I have not seen every film in the Halloween series. I don't know if I ever will, honestly, but of the ones I've seen, Halloween 2 is my personal favorite. It's got plenty of violence, a suitably scary location, a decent amount of comic relief, and of course, it's been put out by Scream Factory, who has remastered the film and included all of their obligatory bonus features. Now, you're probably wondering, after buying this film on Blu-ray so many times, how does it look in 4K? I'm happy to say the film looks great in 4K. The source has always been in very good condition for most of the Halloween movies. This is no exception. The colors get the expected boost. The darks and the black levels get an expected boost that you can only get from 4K and the necessary enhancements that come with the 4K format. This being a film that takes place almost entirely in the dark and at night, it really benefits from that treatment. Unfortunately, there is one defect on this disc that does prevent me from recommending it, at least until Shout Factory institutes a replacement program. There is one scene in the film where the screen just becomes very glitched and pixelated. It doesn't last very long, but it's certainly noticeable, and there's absolutely no reason this should have gotten past the quality control people. There are no new bonus features here, but all the bonuses from the prior releases by Scream Factory are intact. The bonus features include a 45-minute long documentary on the making of the film, which is very informative and interesting that every fan should watch once. There's a look at the locations from the film and how they look today. A lot of deleted scenes and even an alternate ending. These include optional commentary from director Rick Rosenthal. There's also 2 feature-length commentary tracks that are on both the 4K as well as the Blu-ray disc. And then there's some TV and radio spots as well as galleries of things like lobby cards and posters for the film. And then you've got that edited for TV version, which I think that's worth watching at least once just because it uses some alternate footage and some of the footage has been edited differently. Overall, I can't recommend this release on the basis of the glitch that I talked about on the 4K disc, but if Shout Factory does rectify this and get out a non-defective disc, this will easily be the definitive version of Halloween 2 for all time. How do you feel about the movie Halloween 2, and if you had a chance to pick up this 4K disc yet? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I will see you next time.